Good morning. I'm Councillor Glen and this is my weekly update for Saturday, October 25th. This morning I'm along the newly opened stretch of Robert Grant Avenue between Abbott and Hazeldean Road. You can see École Paul Desmarais in behind me there. It opened yesterday for drivers, pedestrians, cyclists, and I think it's going to be an incredibly useful route here in our community. It'll be a bypass to Iber Road. It'll be a safe way for pedestrians and cyclists to go between Abbott Street and Hazeldean. It should relieve some of the pressure we're seeing over at Abbott and Terry Fox as well. And for the school, they're going to have a secondary entrance that they can use for buses and so on. So it should help with that pickup and drop off. I do want to remind parents that you cannot drop off or pick up students from within the roundabout. You need to be outside of the roundabout in a safe spot in order to do that. And on that note, I think it will take a few days, a few weeks for everyone to adapt and transition to this new roadway. So we're going to be watching closely and looking at how that goes over the coming weeks. But great to see it open. And now our attention turns to the next major project here in Stittsville, which is Carp Road, the big upgrade on Carp Road with 2 lanes in each direction and a sidewalk and a multi-use pathway as well, and a major upgrade to the Carp Hazeldean intersection to make that a safer intersection. We're going to be doing a construction meeting about that on November 13th. I hope you can join us, learn about what the design looks like, what the construction impacts are. So that'll be on November 13th. And today, 10 a.m. till noon, Saturday, I'm going to be out with some city staff and my team out at Westridge and Abbott, right at the trailhead to the Trans-Canada Trail. And we're going to be sharing some plans and gathering your feedback on some proposed upgrades for pedestrian and cyclist safety along Westridge. So I hope you can join us out there this morning, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. A very quick recap of the week. City Council approved my motion about primary care in Stittsville, the Kanata-Stittsville Health Hub. So we're initiating a land sale so that some land near Canadian Tire Centre on Palladium Drive can be used in the future for a health hub. So a really important step. We still need provincial funding, but from a city side, this is a really important step forward. We also approved officially the primary care recruitment and retention strategy that I talked a bit about last week. We had a city committee where they updated us on some of the results so far of the 3-item bag limit for garbage, and it's good news. It's going well. We have seen so far this year a 25% reduction in the amount of waste being sent to the landfill, which was the whole point of this, is that we knew there was a lot of waste items that could be recycled or composted or reused or even just reduced, people were not doing that. They were just putting them in the garbage because that was the easiest thing to do. Well, with the 3-item limit, it's been a little bit of encouragement for residents. So I really want to thank residents who have been cooperating and for your patience, because it's been a big transition. But the good news is it is working. So thank you. A couple of development updates, fairly minor development updates. One important, over on Triangle Street, the Catholic School Board has submitted a site plan application so they can get their construction started on the elementary school on Triangle. And over at 815 Roger Griffiths Avenue, this is the Mapleton community on Maple Grove Road there. There is a site plan application for some low-rise housing and apartments. More information on my website about that. It's feeling a little cool this morning, but it certainly doesn't feel like winter. Unfortunately, winter will be here sooner than we'd like. And we got a heads up from our roads crew that there will be some snowplow training happening starting on Monday and through the fall. So this is where they have new snowplow drivers and refresher courses for snowplow drivers. It's going to be mostly in the Blackstone neighborhood, but if you see some plows and some sidewalk plows, that's what they're up to. They're getting ready for winter, unfortunately. This is Small Business Week, so I want to remind folks to support local. Get out there to Stittsville Main Street or one of our local commercial areas and support a local business, whether it's for food or maybe some something you have to pick up at the store. If you can support local, it's so beneficial to our local economy and to people who live here in our community. Maybe an opportunity for that is the Jays games. Jays won last night. Go Jays. Go out to a local business, a local restaurant, a local bar, and maybe grab a drink and a snack or dinner and support one of our local businesses who are showing the Jays games during the World Series. That'd be a great way that you could support local this weekend. Upcoming events. Today there is the Stittsville Craft and Vendor Market. They're doing Octoboofest, a Halloween themed market that's at Johnny LaRue Arena. This evening, Stittsville United Church are doing a fall supper, their 100th anniversary fall supper, I believe. Coming up next Saturday, November 1st, there's a lot going on in the community, but I wanted to highlight one of my favorite yearly events, which is the Pumpkin Parade. November 1st at dusk, you can bring your used Halloween pumpkin and bring it to Village Square Park, and then there's a parade and judging and prizing and stuff. It's a great event. November 10th, we have a panel we're organizing about resiliency. We're going to have a number of city staff and city agencies who are involved in, the question is, are we ready, right? With climate change, with population growth, are we ready for that as a municipality? So we're going to have reps from Ottawa Hydro, Mississippi Valley Conservation Authority, the city's climate change and emergency units. They'll be there as well. So it should be a really good discussion. So if you're wondering how the city is preparing, where some of the challenges, some of the risks are, please come out to that. November 10th, there is registration on my website. And on November 19th, very timely, we're going to be organizing a anti-fraud workshop put on by the O.P.P. That's going to be an opportunity for people to get some tips from an O.P.P. officer, learn about what they're seeing out there and how you can protect yourself from fraud, a real focus of online fraud in particular. Okay, busy week ahead. This week we have potentially 3 committee days. We're going to be discussing and debating Lansdowne. I will probably have more to say about that next Saturday. Today, a really difficult day. I'm going to 2 celebrations of life. Coincidentally, they're both for people named Robyn. One of them has a local connection. Robyn Derrick passed away earlier this year. A lot of people will know Robyn as a longtime volunteer in the community, particularly involved in the Goulburn Township Historical Society. He used to dress up as the Duke of Richmond for a lot of the parades and events in the community. So there's a celebration of life this afternoon for Robyn Derrick. And then I'll be heading downtown for a celebration for, good morning, celebration for Robyn Guest, who was the mayor's chief of staff, someone I knew very well, worked very closely with at City Hall, an incredibly smart woman, and enjoyed working with her at City Hall, but also she was a huge music fan, a huge supporter of music, and I'd often run into her at concerts. So definitely thank you, Robyn, both Robyns, as we celebrate their lives in different ceremonies this afternoon. My condolences and my thoughts are with their family and their many, many friends in the community. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great week. Take care.